Hi, this is Linda McCormick. Welcome to our Facebook party. Saveur spices are from Australia. This is important to you because of the way Australia has much more stringent food preparation requirements than the US does. Have you ever seen the packets in food called silicon dioxide? That's something they put in there to keep the food from clumping up. It's actually something that the US allows in our food up to 3% content. So if you'll check some of your regular spice jars, you'll see that as one of the ingredients, believe it or not, in the spices. So Saveur does not put any of that silicon dioxide in the spices. So there may be a little clumping. Just take a fork and break it up and it's going to be as good, and we certainly are happy not to have the 3% silicon dioxide. Another thing to know is how to store your spices safely and economically. You don't want to waste the money that you've spent on your spices. If you're like most people in the way I was until I learned better, I would put my spices near the stove for easy access. This is actually an improper place because spices can be damaged by heat, by sunlight, and by moisture. The Saveur spices are packaged and stored in amber colored jars, and this keeps the sunlight out, which prolongs the shelf life of the spices. So next, let me show you some dips made with some of our most popular spices. Now I want to show you how to make guacamole. The technique is you take a sharp knife, put it on a counter, and whack it pretty good. The pit will stick in the knife, and then you can press it off and dispose of it. Scoop out the avocado flesh. Then you take a fork and just mash up the avocado. So have you ever made guacamole dip or even purchased a guacamole dip and it turns brown really quickly? Add some citrus juice. I'm going to use lime juice. I think you could use orange juice if you wanted. I have seen that done in a restaurant. Here's my tip about using any kind of citrus in a recipe. First of all, if you will microwave it for about 30 seconds, that will release the juice. But the other thing is, why let all that rind go to waste? You're going to just zest it and then freeze the zest, and you can use it at a future time. And that's beautiful if you're doing something like key lime pie and you want a pretty zest on top. Use a citrus press to get a lot of the lime juice out. And I'm going to put the spices in the lime juice. Starts with a tablespoon of spices. I like the fact that these recipes start with kind of a light amount of the spices, because not everybody likes it as flavorful or as hot as I do. And we'll let that soak up for a little bit. You'll just add it to the mix. If you prefer a creamier avocado, you could add some mayo to this, and it would extend it for one thing and would give a slightly different taste. If you want your guacamole to be hotter, add some jalapeno to it.
Okay, when you go in the grocery store to buy your jalapenos, there are a couple of things to look for. That is, the skin's either going to be smooth or it's going to look like it has little cracks all over it. And the little cracks are called, it's being corky. And the more corky it is, the hotter it is. I mean, it means it's been on the bush a little longer, it's gotten more mature. So if you want them less hot, get them very smooth. If you want them hotter, look for the ones that are corky. If you really want to reduce the heat, remove the seeds. You can cut the jalapeno off at the top and take a vegetable peeler and ream it and pull the seeds out.